Hi guys, and it's Dimitri Crusz again, and I just finished off a wedding and I was just playing with this new baby. This is the A7R Mark III. It's my second day with it, and so far I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I think about the camera. So the camera is the same as the A7 Mark II, and it's got the same amount of megapixels. It's 42,000 megapixels, basically 42 megapixels. But the best part about this one is it's got a 10 frames a second. I think this is about 5 or 3 or less than that. So the speed there is very fast. I don't know whether it's going to make my life much easier or harder, because I shoot weddings and I find that the pace on this is quite decent enough for me to get the pictures in. With the Mark III, I'm hoping that I'm going to get what I want with the speed of it when I can get some good pictures in there. I find that the focusing on the new camera is faster. It's almost as good as the A9. So that's a great improvement for me, because when I'm on the dance floor and I'm shooting some pictures of people, the hunting problem is always there with the older camera, and this one seems to have fixed it out. I still had a few issues. Maybe I need to tweak myself and get used to the camera, but I had a few issues with it on the first day on a wedding, but so far it's all good. It's way better than this one is. I don't know whether I want to say it's better than the A9 when it comes to the focusing part, but it's on par. It's on par. I mean, I used the A9 and the Mark II, and I find that the A9 streets ahead, but I think this is there. It's almost there. I'm hoping to go back home tonight and just see how the images are and get some nice images, hopefully. So 2 days ago I did a photo shoot for a cover, and I found that the focusing was amazing. It just focuses on the eye, and I did not have any sort of images. I actually did a few brush-ups basically of those images, and I went through the raw images. It's really great. So I'm hoping to take some of these images back home tonight and then look at them, and I'll probably give you another review later on. Overall, just a quick run through. I want to just quickly show you guys the two cameras. Size-wise, they're virtually the same. There's hardly any difference in them. Body shape-wise is the same. I've just lost my eye viewfinder there, but it's virtually the same. It's got the same amount of controls, same kind of configuration of controls, but at the back of the Mark III, they've got this awesome joystick that's happening there, and that gives me really fast access to my focusing point, and that's really good, because suddenly I might be focusing on one side of the frame and then I want to quickly jump to the other side of the frame. I don't have to fumble and use a joystick. I just use the top joystick, which is here now, because the earlier one I had to use the guide wheel that is here. So that's a great improvement. Sony has been listening to what we've been talking about. I find that I don't do too much of video, but the record button is right over there, so it's really good access compared to the record button over here on the older one, which is somewhere here. So when you're filming like this, to move your finger here or to press the record button on a video, it's a little tough. So Sony, good on you guys. You've actually sorted your stuff out on the new camera. As far as battery life is concerned, wow, man. Usually at a wedding, I go through about 3 to 4 batteries of the small ones on the A7 Mark II. With this one, I've been shooting the whole day and I have 16% left. It was too much of a complicated wedding, so I guess I'm shot a little less. But I did go through 2 CF cards, 64 GB CF cards, and I do shoot RAW, and I do preview once in a way. So battery life's way better, like severely better. It's as good as the A9 is. It's the same battery, by the way. It's the same A9 battery. It's going to be the same size. I'm going to keep that there. And this comparison of the two battery sizes, you can see it's like almost 1.5 times the size of that battery. Definitely good on you guys, Sony, for listening to us and sorting us our battery issue, because these things really don't work. When it comes to the card slot, there's one card slot on the older camera, the Mark II, and the Mark III has 2 slots. So ideal for people like me who are wedding photographers, because we want to back up, so we can always shoot on 2 cards. So which means we have better protection. It does apparently slow down if you're shooting RAW on both, so watch out for that one. You might not get 10 frames a second, but I don't see myself shooting 10 frames a second throughout the night. It's most of the time it's a single shot mode. Overall, ergonomics wise, it's virtually the same thing. Slight difference, but virtually the same thing. I'm using a bit of a metal grip on this one. This one doesn't have one. This is just like my normal quick release that's here. Weight wise, it's the same. I didn't have any differences in the weight. I am a little disappointed with the fact that this side's all empty, and unlike the A9, this doesn't have a dial for me to change my settings like a professional camera would. So maybe next time for the Mark IV, I don't know, I'm hoping that they'll do that. Overall, the controls, the customization's really great. You've got your electronic shutter and you've got your manual shutter in there. One other really great thing that I find that this camera has really got it down to is the rating button. Overall, I think Sony's done a great job with improving the product from the older one to this one. Megapixel wise, I think it's supposed to be as good. So in this one, there's a new feature called pixel shifting. It's mostly for still life, not for mobile thing, which what it basically does is it just takes 3 different images of the 3 major colors and they puts it together to make a really crispy, sharp image. It's almost like an HDR. There are a few photographers out there who have videos on that. I haven't done it, so it's something I want to play around with later on. One thing I really do like about this camera is the speed of the camera. So as a wedding photographer, I think this one would be my new replacement for this old baby here. Portrait wise, basically I still get my good dynamic range and stuff because I've done a few shots of that and I actually did a few cleanups there just to see how it is. One thing guys, by the time I'm making this video, I had a major big issue, which is the fact that there is no RAW converter for the camera. The people from Adobe, I'm sorry guys, you still haven't given us an option on the RAW conversion. I'm hoping that'll come out soon. So to sum it up guys, it's a really great camera. If you are a person who already has a Mark II and you're thinking about upgrading your Mark III, and if you're a person like me, yes, it would be a good idea. But if you're using this one as a studio camera and not using it for high-speed work, like fast focusing and stuff, then we might want to just stay with this one for the moment and maybe invest in something like an A9. This one just fits in between the A9 and the A7R Mark II. When I say in between, it's not exactly in between, but it's got a few of those features from there. It's got lots of features from there, so it's like a mix-up. So it's a newer version of this one. So to sum it up, it's a great camera. If you're thinking of going in for a new Sony, the A7 Mark III, good camera to buy. And let me know what your comments are. And if you have any questions, please send me a message. And you can subscribe to the link there. I think somewhere there. Subscribe and give us a like if you like it. If not, thumbs down. And send me a message if you have any questions or write on the comments below. See you guys.